So I was like, thank you.
Here's a bag.
Thank you for that. So
Here's your instructions.
I moved in with Danny like for like what 2 weeks, something like that, right? So I was like, man, I need to get this physical. Kev, where are you going? Don't leave. Alright, Kev was there too. So anyway, so I'm getting ready for this physical or whatever.
They're so good.
I do the physical, no problem. They're like, oh, you're great, blah blah. You just gotta do your labs or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's no problem. So labs requires you like giving a stool sample, right? So
I swear it's good.
I was like, okay, it's simple enough. So they hand me a bag. He was like, yeah, just follow the instructions, dude. And go, do what you gotta do, and come back and bring it back on Monday. So it was Friday. So I was like, oh, okay, simple enough. So
Sounds like the guy from Idiocracy at the hospital.
Pretty much.
This one goes in your ear, this one goes in your butt.
Yeah, exactly.
This one goes in your mouth. No, wait.
That's exactly how it was. So I grabbed the bag, right? And I'm like, okay. So I was putting it on the side or some shit. I have a whole bunch of shit, like other work to do and stuff.
Literally.
So I get home, and I'm like, okay, you know what? It's time. Freaking time to, do the stool sample.
Hey, can I add too? We were playing Diablo and Vent.
Yes.
It was a great night.
And Miller was like, Echo has been in my bathroom for like 2 hours. He's like Zapeter right now.
I think somebody's in my bathroom.
Yes. So I walk in Danny's bathroom, and obviously I'm like, okay, let me read the instructions first. I read those instructions for like literally an hour straight. like what the fuck does this mean? Like friggin', it was like insert specimen in big bag, and then insert specimen in smaller bag. I was just like, I don't really understand what this means. So obviously I was like, fuck, but I need to turn this in on Monday so I can get my lab, so I can go to French school, as soon as possible, obviously. So I should have Googled it. That was probably like the smartest thing to do, but I was in the can, so I was just like, okay, I'm smart, fucking I know what I'm doing. So I'm like, okay, well, this bag is tiny. That's all I remember saying to myself. Like, this bag was literally like a fucking Ziploc bag, and I was like this big. I was just like, how the fuck am I supposed to shit in this bag? Right? I don't understand how I'm supposed to shit in this bag.
You shit in it, or you go like pick it.
So it gets better. It gets better. So I'm like, I'm sitting there. I'm just like, how do I poop in this bag without it getting fucking everywhere, right? So I'm like, I got an idea. I got freaking grocery bags in the freaking. I would go fucking to my Civic, grab the grocery bags, come back to the bathroom, and fucking shit in there, and do a lateral transfer to the small specimen bag. So it's like, you know what, Echo, you are fucking smart as shit. That's a good idea. So I'm like, all right. So I go grab the bags or whatever, go back to the bathroom. At this point, Dane's like, hey, I go to the bathroom for a long time.
He went out of his car. Okay.
So I was like, all right, now it's time to do the do. So I was still like in my mind like, what the fuck? This doesn't make sense to me. Like, freaking, I read the instructions. There's only 3 instructions on this, 1, 2, and 3, and all 3 of them were. I thought they were pretty simple. Like, bigger specimen in bag. What is bigger specimen to me? Shit, in bag. And then it said place smaller specimen on the little smear thing. I was like, okay, that's simple enough, right? You take your shit and just like smear it.
Like a piece of charcoal.
You fucking color it on the damn fucking pad. I was like, okay, that's simple enough to me. And you put it in front couch. I was like, okay. Like I said, I read that thing like 3 hours straight. There is no way I'm mixing up anything, within these instructions. So I was like, all right, let's go. So I was like, I got a trash bag, right? So I'm just like, hey, here we go. So I do my do or whatever, right? And I'm just like, oh man, okay, sweet. Good thing I double bagged this, I guess. So then I take it, right, and I smear it on the thing. I'm like, all right, step 1, complete, check. So I was like, all right, now I gotta take this bag right here and put the poop in this bag. So I was like, just fucking shit everywhere in his bag. I want to move this.
In your bathroom. In your bathroom.
No, but it didn't get messy. It didn't get messy.
Oh, sure.
It just took forever. That's why I figured Dave was like, man, I could be in my bathroom for like an hour and a half for good reason. Because I didn't want to fucking get shit everywhere in the bathroom. So I was like, all right, here we go. So I got it in the other specimen bag, right? So I was like, alright, step 2 complete. And step 3 was obviously turn in bag. So I was like, alright, yeah, I got it. So, I was like, alright, cool. At this time, I started like reading instructions like 8 o'clock at night, right? Something like that. I didn't like get back on Skype until like 11 o'clock. I was like, god damn, fucking, this took forever. So I was like, man, where am I gonna put this shit at? So I was like, I was thinking where to put it. So I was like,
car.
Exactly. I was like, you know what? I'll put it in the trunk of my car. If that's a good idea, right? Because I can't leave it outside because like animals and insects will get to it or something. So I was like, well, obviously I'll put it in the fucking trunk of my car because this makes sense in my head. I must have been drunk or something like that. So I put it in my trunk, right? I go back inside and I was like, I get back my Skype. I'm like, hey guys. Guess what I just did? So, we're all laughing, right? We're all like, I was telling step by step what I did and how long it took me and why I was like doing what I did. So, and freaking Tom was like, so where'd you put it at? In the trunk of my car, obviously. He was like, ah! So, freaking, the next morning, I'm like, alright, I gotta turn it in because it's Monday, right? So I'm like, alright, cool. So I got to my car, I'm like, I turned on my car, I'm like, okay, cool. Open my trunk, I was like, oh my god! Oh my god! Like, what the fuck? This is so bad, like, what the fuck? Like, I thought I sealed it really good. Apparently not, I guess, I don't know, shit stinks all the time, I don't know, it's crazy. So,
Well, this is my favorite part.
so I was like, oh man, close the shit, fuck it. I gotta close it and go straight to the clinic, right, to turn it in, right? So I'm driving to the clinic. It doesn't smell bad in my car, but the trunk, I don't want to imagine what's going on in there. So I drive to the clinic, right? So I was like, this bag has shit all over, all over the bag. I don't want to be like, sure. Walk into the fucking clinic with fucking a shit bag in my fucking hand, right? So I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, so I was like, alright, you know what, the smart idea, the bag's tiny, I'll put it in my pocket, right? So I put it in my pocket, right? I was like, I remember walking in there like, so nonchalant, right? I was like, and fucking everyone was just like looking at me. I was just like, yeah, I'm no more about this shit, I have shit in my pocket, whatever. So I walk in, right? And he's like, all you gotta do is go to the bathroom, put it in the tray, and we'll grab it, right? So I was like, oh, okay. So I pull out my pocket. I'm like, oh my god, this thing smells so bad. So I put it in the tray, right? And I close the little window thing they have. I walk out, and the guy, like, he's like, Mr. Banks. I was like, what? He's like, sir, we cannot accept this. Like, you shit in the bag. I was like, what do you mean I shit in the bag? That's what the instructions said. It literally said, place larger specimen and fucking big pouch. It literally says that. You're like, sir, all you had to do was take your shit, like do this and like color it on the thing. I was like, oh, why didn't it just say that? He was like, the face he made, like when he saw me, he was just like. He was genuinely upset with me. Like, he was mad. He was like, that bathroom stunk. Like I just like fucking laid a deuce in there. But I did because it was my pocket. Fucking I put it in the bag. So he had to throw the bag away. So I was like, oh my god, alright, fucking. So I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? It's like, all you gotta do is freaking take your shit, get a little sample and smear it on the thing. So I was like, oh, why don't you just stand on the fucking bag? Because like, it says it right there. I was like, read it to me and freaking explain to me what it says. He was like, fresh specimen in a big pouch, blah blah blah, smaller pouch. I was like, you don't find anything abnormal about that? He's like, oh, not really, sir. I was like, Alright, so whatever. So, I leave there, right? And friggin', I go back. I immediately get on Skype that night, and I was like, hey guys, that didn't work. None of that shit worked. Friggin', I had to do it all over again. What the fuck? Like, I'm pissed off, friggin', because it takes like 3 days to friggin' get your samples back and all that shit. I was like, oh fuck. So then, I guess the second time I did it right, and friggin', thank you. No. What tell us? The
guy took a leave of absence.
Yes, the guy. So I come back, and I was like, hey, where's David at? And he was like, oh yeah, he took a leave of absence. I was like, when? He was like, yesterday. I was like, right after I talked to him, he was like, okay, that makes sense.
You took your sample with you.
Oh my god, it was hilarious. Like that was the whole story of the requisition thing.
That poor guy thinking
Echo, Echo, you need to tell Nina. No, I ain't telling Nina. Echo, you need to tell Nina. No, I ain't telling Nina.
I ain't telling you. So, but the funniest part was getting online with these guys and tell them step by step what happened. Like friggin' taking shit in the bag and then like looking at my bag and just like looking at the entire bag. I was just like.
For an entire month, it was requisition.
Yeah, requisition, everything. It was.
We changed the chat, the WhatsApp to requisition.
Yeah, you know what's bad?
I should say that. I should just say that entire log, print it out, and like we should like put it on a tapestry.
That shit was
Echo
so
saved the entire log, and they wouldn't accept it.
That shit was so. It was like that day, like the whole night, I was crying because I was laughing so damn hard. It was like. Well, what happened? It was just like friggin' an hour and a half in the bathroom, friggin' me reading 3 instructions. That's all it was, 3 instructions.
God damn, you spent so long in the bathroom.
Yeah, I did. And then it was like, man, I've been in the bathroom
We
for a
thought
long
something
time.
was wrong, man. We thought you were sick.
Yeah, I felt like I was sick reading those fucking instructions. It was only 3 things long. It was like, I can't be missing anything. I thought I was missing anything.
Take shit.
But the funniest part was,
We told Dan to go check on you. Dude,
yeah,
you should knock on the door.
The funniest part was, I went to Ranger School, like right after that, and friggin' there was guys like, yeah man, I shit in the bag, blah, blah, blah. I did the same shit too. And then friggin', a month later, friggin' I talked to some other dudes like, yeah man, I shit in the bag, blah, blah. Like, oh dude, I shit in the bag too, friggin', yeah, shit bag madness. High five.
Bag madness.
Oh man, like if y'all would have been there, y'all be crying right now, cause that shit was so. Like literally, that shit was so funny. It was so damn funny. Oh my god, I couldn't stop laughing. And then like, friggin', these guys were making fun of me. Like, oh, you should have known that. Blah, 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 blah.
I was doing my homework and I heard him on Skype. We were like, I didn't know I didn't have to shit in the bag.
So I try to tell my ex-wife now. Friggin', I try to tell her she did not find it funny at all. Like friggin', I knew she wouldn't find it funny. Everyone else thought it was the most hilarious story ever. Right? We all thought it was funny because we're all there, right? And I tried to tell her, she did not find it funny. She was like, and then later on that night in the car, she was just like, you're a fucking idiot. Why don't you just Google it? You're fucking so stupid. I was like, oh man, goddamn. Next time, okay, I learned my lesson from shit in this bag. Shit in the bag. I was like, oh fuck. But yeah, literally that, man, it was so damn funny. Oh my god. Y'all miss hilariousness, like stomach hurting, laughing. That shit, man.
Oh man,
it was
every
funny.
time it was brought up for like a week.
It was so funny. I like at first I wasn't gonna tell them. I was like, man, I'm not gonna tell these guys. Then I was like, hey guys, guess what?
Yeah, I've heard that already.
Oh man,
That's a great story.
it was.
Tom fucking the couch. I got heard that one.
It was
They did
throwing up
throwing up the whole
arm
time.
rest of the couch.
I didn't hear that story.
Tom was